This is Frank at Bottomline Ministries, Debt Free. I hope that you've had a great week. I hope that you had an awesome Mother's Day and that you went to see your mom and thank her for being your mom, for loving you, for taking care of you. And some of you might say, well, I don't have a really good relationship with my mom. If you may not, but thank her for one thing. She gave you life. The reason you're here today is because of your mom. So I just hope that you had a great Mother's Day and had a great time. The weather here in the beautiful Northwest was beautiful. It was absolutely gorgeous, and we just enjoyed today. It was amazing. Well, tonight I want to talk to you about something that is very near and dear to my heart. I told you we're going to talk about the keys to the kingdom, but I heard something earlier today that made me change my mind. And I want to go into another direction just for a few minutes tonight. And I want to talk to you about credit card debt. Drowning in a sea of debt. They said more people are using credit cards than ever before. And if that's you, I want you to stop and think about that. Because credit card debt is very deceptive. You can't live off that credit card. It's easy to take that credit card and slide it and pay for something as long as you've got a balance on it. But once that balance is up, you're done. And the other thing about credit cards, they're very deceitful and very deceiving, because if you don't know how to manage money, a credit card is the most dangerous thing that you could possibly have, because all it does is allow you to get deeper and deeper and deeper in a hole, a proverbial hole that you can't get out of. And because you have to understand how interest works. And if you don't understand how interest works, when most people don't, because you weren't taught it in school, and many times in life, we're taught to get a good job, get a good education, to get a good job, and work it from there. We're not taught about interest. We're not taught about how interest works. And Einstein said this. He said that compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. For those who understand it, receive it, and those who don't understand it, pay it. Simply that what compound interest is simply, let me put it in layman's terms in my own vernacular. Compound interest is simply this. You work for money and you invest your money till you get to a point that your money starts working for you. And one of the things that I love is called a residual income. Realtors make it, insurance people make it, some salespeople make it, most people that make it are in corporate America. Residual income. Residual income is when money's still coming in when you're not working. See, I worked many years in shipbuilding. And it was a funny thing that happened to me. When I stopped working in shipbuilding, they stopped paying me. But when you work with a company that will pay you residual income, and many times it's in the area of sales, and you say, well, I'm not a salesman. Stop lying to yourself. We sell ourselves every day. When we try to convince someone that what we think is right, you're selling. You're trying to convince someone that you can do a certain job, that you can do it better than someone else. You're trying to convince, when you go into HR, you're trying to convince that person that you're the right person for the job. I don't care if it's washing cars or flying a space shuttle. You're trying to convince someone that you are the person for the job. That is sales. And there's nothing absolutely, you can be the best salesman in the world. All you have to do is believe in you and believe in your product. But the thing I want to talk to you about is don't allow credit cards to deceive you. You cannot live on your credit card. And I know a lot of people are hurting because of inflation. Inflation, a lot of things are double in price. You're like, well, if I don't use a credit card, how am I going to make it? Well, that's a great question. And my answer to that question is, number one, learn God's financial plan. Learn how God does things. Because when you live according to the Word of God and you do it according to the Word of God, this system won't affect you because God is your source, not your paycheck, not your boss, not your job. God is your source. Will He use those things to help you? Yes, He can. But the thing with it, I look at a credit card like this. It's like getting in a boat and going out in deep water and you know you got a leak in the boat and you have no way of bailing it out. And the further you go out, the more water gets into the boat. And you've got 100 miles to go, but at 50 miles, the boat is 3/4 filled with water. So what does that tell you? Your chances of getting to shore is slim to none because the boat is sinking. Because the interest on that credit card is building and building and building. Why do you think that credit card companies keep sending you those cards? They're out fishing. They're fishing. They've got that hook out. They want you to get started and make you think that this is a safety net. No, it's not. What it is an anchor. And an anchor is going to pull you down. And God doesn't want you to be pulled down. So I just stop to think about it. One of the things I'm going to ask you is I want to put it on my website is a short video about compound interest. Start learning about compound interest. And the sooner you learn about it, the better off you'll be. And you'll have a hope in the future and you have something to look forward to. Excuse me. Sorry about that, but that was really, really bugging me. So today, I just wanted to let you know that debt is not your destiny. And if you can take those credit cards, and if you got 10 credit cards, you only need one. Cut up the other 9. Well, how am I going to make it? If you max out all those 9, you're not going to make it. Your boat has 10 holes in it. You don't want to do that. You want to be able to get to the other side, and you can. Just trust God's financial plan. Understand how it works. Debt is not your destiny. For whom the Son sets free is free indeed. And there's principles that will give you a life net or a life rope that you can pull yourself ashore. And not only will you be able to pull yourself ashore, you can pull others ashore. And that's my hope and my goal, is to pull others ashore. So again, this is Frank at Bottomline Ministries, debt free. And as always, I want to encourage you that debt is not your destiny. And also go to my website at bottomlineministries.org. There's a lot of good information there on becoming debt free. Well, that's all I have for you tonight. I just wanted to share that with you and have a blessed evening. I look forward to seeing you next week. Have a blessed one.